Hi, everybody. My name's Jackson Britt. Welcome to the You May Be Right Mastermind Group Podcast. Thank you for watching. You might not have heard of what a mastermind group is, so I have the definition right here on a phone. A mastermind group is simply a meeting of highly motivated folks who share a common goal and are looking to encourage and help each other improve. That's what we're doing. We're doing a little accountability group. We're doing a little bit of love and support, and we're just sharing our experiences as peers. None of us are gurus. None of us are people that have made it. We're just trying to provide value to each other in the only way that we know how. And that's it. Okay, here's the format.
What's the format, bro?
Let's establish who you are.
Okay, cool.
What do you do? Do the LA pitch, the gross LA pitch
Oh,
of who
let's
you
talk
are.
about the LA pitch
No,
first.
we're going to do the LA pitch, but we're going to save it. So start
LA
with that.
pitch?
The LA
Yeah,
pitch.
let's
You
go.
got 30 seconds.
Who are
You're
you
in
in
an
30
Uber.
seconds?
A producer sits down like with the Uber pool. What do you do?
Boom.
Wait a minute.
You got to sell yourself to somebody in 30 seconds.
Okay. Oh, I'm just doing it for the people.
like the gross, just so for people know who you are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Can we do this? Yeah.
We're on.
Hi, my name is Michael Lavoie. I'm an actor, and I work for producers, so I'm learning to produce, and I've been out here for 3 years.
Great. Now, less gross. What are the 3 characteristics you want to be remembered by your family and your friends? Just so we don't have to remember you as that.
Yeah, my optimism. I want to be known for my work ethic and my sociability, my ability to communicate.
Awesome. What is one tactic or habit, entrepreneurial-wise or artistic-wise, that you've been using in the last 2 weeks that you would like to share with us to provide value to the group?
I don't know if it's so much a tactic as opposed to something that I just use. Again, like I said, like my work ethic, I think honestly keeping my head down in kind of like the dirt of things and getting the work done, but also being able to, with that, be able to look on at what my goals are and being able to use that as the motivation to keep pushing through dark times, tough times, all that stuff. So I think it's just that mindset of just longevity.
Wonderful. Okay, this is the fun part. What is something that you're struggling with that you want to talk about with the group? And this is going to be about a 10-minute conversation where we get to provide value to you. Write a little list, a to-do list, accountability list that we get to show to the universe and
Cool.
hold you accountable.
The biggest thing I've struggled with just recently, and I think we could really all relate to this, is just working so much and being so like getting down and dirty, but looking at like it's the loneliness. I think a lot of the life that we live as entrepreneurs, as artists, people that are trying to achieve things that are not necessarily average, you know what I mean? It's just that loneliness because there's not a lot of people that are trying to do that. You know what I mean? So it's hard because you can't necessarily associate with certain people. Like I can associate with anyone. I'm a social person. I love people, right. But I don't have a lot of time, and so I have a lot of time to myself, though, and it's that loneliness that I literally struggle with daily.
Wow.
It's intense.
What's your work week like? Like, how many hours a week?
Do I work?
Well, how many hours a week? Are you doing an 80-hour work week, 90?
Dude,
60?
honestly, so much. I don't even count, man. I wake up early in the morning around 7 o'clock, like we were talking about before. 7 o'clock, I go to the gym. Now that's me working, but that's also my only like downtime I feel like I have. I wake up 7 o'clock. I'm in the gym by 8 o'clock. I get home by like 9:30, 10. Then I'll go to my first job, at 12, and then maybe I'll work 12, which is my producing job. Maybe I'll work like 12 to 5, and then I'll go into work at my restaurant job. I work at Bubba Gump's. I'll work at my restaurant job until close, and then what has been happening lately is both of my lives of, my restaurant life and my acting and producing life have been kind of coming at the same time. So there have been a lot of nights where I'll come home at 1 a.m. and I'll like be reformatting a script for my boss until like 5 a.m. So if I have the time to wake up at 7 and go to the gym and have that time for myself, I do it. But sometimes I'm waking up at 6 and I just have to go to my first job at like 7 or like 8 or 10, and then I double up all the time. So I don't even know how many hours I work. If I try to do it, it doesn't matter. I just have to stay moving forward.
But the thing you want to fix is it's the work-life balance thing. It's the not is it stemming from you? Is it you not allowing yourself time to hang out with friends and really give yourself that time to kind of break away from the insanity?
That's actually really interesting. I think what it is with me is that I am in a position where there's a lot of people going after what I want to do. There's a lot of people that want to be a well-known actor. There's a lot of people that want to learn how to produce. That want to be successful, even in business, and if you're a musician, whatever. But I feel like the reason why I don't allow myself much work-life balance is because I tell and this is really fucked up. I tell myself, like, you know what, fine. While you're out having drinks, I'm working. That's where I fuck myself up in my head. And that, turns into a lot of like loneliness and struggles with myself. And then when you're struggling with the loneliness and you're lonely, it's like it's hard. That's what so it's definitely me. It's my own head. I could definitely allow myself more time, but I get so fucked up because I'm like, you know what? No, because when people are doing their thing, I'm going to be working. And it's just one of those things I just need to make sure I secure myself. It's all my brain.
That's pretty deep, because I can actually like reference even Michael Jordan, right? It takes 1,000 shots a day just because he knows that somebody else on the other side of the world is taking a shot while he's asleep. So it's definitely a disciplined mentality that comes with like feeling like you're in the zone and understanding that there's a world going around you that you may not want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because like we all choose to do whatever it is, whether we get fucked up on a Friday, we turn up on a Tuesday, whatever it is, you choose that because you could be doing something
Turn
else.
up Tuesday.
So like at the end of the day, like I understand that sentiment, because even when I'm writing and doing my thing, like it's a problem because it's hard to step back into the normal world that you're really working your way out of.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I've got two ideas. So, before I give this to you, this is just a suggestion from a guy who has no idea what's going on.
Open mind as hell.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Do you meditate? Like, here's the thing. Like, there's a big difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Like, I think if you're in the right state of consciousness, you can be more accepting of, because just by listening to you right now, you're not going to change. You're going to keep working hard. You're not going to fucking allow yourself time for social life, because I can tell you're driven. So like something needs to change in your psychology, where I believe you need to find more of an acceptance of the life path that you've chosen. And I think meditation might help you.
It's so interesting because you guys know Headspace?
Yes.
The app.
Yes, the Take 10.
I've been literally going through Instagram and like getting recommendations. Like whoever's doing the marketing is like straight up targeting me. And I was just at some point I was like, fuck it, let me download it. And then they give you this thing where you can select a time during the day to like meditate. And I think my meditation rate is like just 3 minutes because I've never done this shit before. No, it's literally I will get a notification on my phone and it'll be like, oh, get some Headspace, and I just fucking swipe to the right. It's fucked up. I gotta do it. You're right.
It's a lot of time by yourself with yourself. It's a lot of time alone with your thoughts, and it's a really scary thing. Here's another thing. Yeah. We're gonna go back to meditation, but here's my other idea before I lose it.
Cool.
What if you changed a little bit of your work life to include a little bit of social life? Like, what if you made podcasting a regular thing, and it forces you once a week to hang out with friends? Dude, like right here, like we're kind of doing a thing, but we're hanging out.
No, straight up, and 100%. this is where I'm more accepting of a social life. So okay, going out on a Friday and just getting fucked up, waking up with a hangover, like great, but I'm receiving more value doing something like this. You know, where this is essentially work. Yeah. But like we're chilling, we're just shooting the shit, we're talking about things, we're trying to provide value for people everywhere, you know what I mean? And to each other, and this is how I want to fill my schedule more. Which is why I jumped on this podcast. I was like, absolutely, I'll do it. This is great. You guys are chill, you know, and like we could just talk. So I think this is good.
Here's another suggestion. I'm just gonna throw another one out there.
Fire!
Morning routine. Gratitude. How often do you practice gratitude? Like writing it down, really sitting there and saturating the gratitude, and like imagining in your head for about 10 to 15 seconds how grateful you are with that thing. That helps me also get into a place of acceptance when I'm going, woe is me, fall into self-pity, fucking hate myself because my lifestyle. Like I practice gratitude and really sitting in there, feeling it and writing it down on a piece of paper.
That's definitely important.
You know what? The way you describe practicing gratitude of like writing it down and stuff, I can't say that I do write it down, but I will tell you, which is actually really cool that you mentioned that, because I didn't know you were going to start talking about this, which is great. What helps me get through those times when I'm just like feeling really lonely is there's two parts. the first part, or one of the parts, it's not one over the other, it's just something,
Right.
is I think about, no, this is all me working towards that thing that I've been dreaming about since I was a little fucker, you know, doing his thing in Salem, New Hampshire, some small ass town. But the other part of it is like actually really thinking to myself, or like while I'm asleep at night, just thinking about like how grateful I am to be in a position where I get to try to
Right.
pursue something,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not like, and people try to do shit overnight. People try to think, I'm gonna do this and like, oh, I'm gonna move to LA, and in 3 years, if nothing happens, I'm gonna go get a real job. It's like, fuck that. I get an at bat. I get a chance. Like, and we all have, everyone in this room, in this studio, whatever you want to call it, we are all so blessed and should have immense gratitude because
absolutely.
we have a straight up chance
Yeah.
to stick our feet in the ground
Yeah.
and go after whatever the hell we want to do. And I do practice it, but I don't write it down. I want to try it though.
Yeah. So like, just to finish this with a few other things, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna write out some goals and make you accountable.
Absolutely.
Tony Robbins says that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And that's something I hold on to every single day. And then the other thing is I had a friend who went to a 10-day silence retreat. And the big takeaway that he had with sitting by himself
That's
for 10
cool.
days is that the brain is a machine. It is always running. You don't control your thoughts.
Right.
Therefore, a morning ritual that forces you to write down gratitude, forces you to meditate, and then you already do the gym thing. You run and you get your fucking physiology in a good place. All of that gets your machine running in a positive way because you don't control that shit. And that's the one thing you can control is a consistent daily practice of gratitude, which pushes you into acceptance and fulfillment, which might help. But again, that's just the opinion
No,
of a
I
dude that
appreciate
doesn't
it.
fucking
Everything,
know
look,
better. Yeah.
straight up, people get so like, oh, you're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to tell me how to live. Look, I think that's another thing. You got to keep an open mind, and like, I'm really listening to everything you say.
mindful, right?
Yeah.
My handwriting is awful, but we're gonna write a fucking accountability list for you right now.
Great.
Let's do it.
Do this shit. What is something you want to do? What do you want to accomplish in the next month? Let's do a month. You'll be back in a month.
In a month?
Yes.
Okay, let's say, first thing, because I really do want this, meditate every single day. If for 3 minutes, like Headspace, like just 3 minutes.
So what goal would you want to hit in a month?
20 minutes eventually?
You know what?
10 minutes. Go from 3 to 5 to 10. Do 10
We'll
minutes.
go like that. Well, okay, sure. Let's go 15. We'll meet in the middle.
Bet.
15
sounds
minutes.
good.
And I don't know how many we're gonna do.
Just do 5. And sorry about my handwriting.
No, dude, you're totally good. I'm
Okay.
totally judging you
What
right
else
now.
do you want to do?
It's more mental. I really want to allow myself to accept fully that I can be successful while giving myself time for myself.
Okay.
And not feel guilt. I know this is such a heady meta goal.
Practice time for yourself and work to feel good doing so.
Bingo.
Just practice time for yourself. And you know what that means.
Absolutely.
Okay, what else?
Honestly, I feel like all this stuff ties into the biggest problem I've had, which is the loneliness. You know what? Honestly, I just started signing up for classes again, acting classes. So we're going in a place where we weren't talking about, but just start going at least like 2 classes a week, man.
Two
Get
acting
myself
classes.
back into that learning environment.
That's
I went and sat in on a class yesterday, man, and it's so good to have like-minded performers, like in that healthy, like and supportive environment. And I think that'll tie into the loneliness. I think that's going to tie into allowing time for myself, and then also in the same token, making me feel like I'm still progressing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
2 more.
2 more. Or we can cut it at that if you feel good with those.
Can we
Tinder? Are you trying to get a certain amount of matches?
just the safest Tinder? No. I don't
Or is
know.
it relationship goals, like a love interest?
I do want to spark something with someone, but I'm afraid that that's going to distract me. So it's all the mental stuff in the beginning. I think with those 3 things, you guys can spitball things that you think I like off
That's
of my
a good idea.
vibe.
How
Yeah,
about we
do that.
one?
Do that.
Let's do one each. What do
Yeah,
you think,
seriously.
What do you think he needs? All suggestions. You don't have to take it.
Dude, I got it.
Exactly. So check this out. I definitely think that you need, like you said, time to yourself. But then you also need, words that come to me are discipline. There's words that you've already said. So give me 2 minutes. Let me
Okay,
see.
I got one.
Okay.
You got one?
You need to go on Amazon.com.
Okay.
You need to buy a little book called The 5-Minute Journal.
Okay.
And then you need to do your best. Go through it. There's like 15 pages, and if you get excited going through those 15 pages, it's an everyday thing, and it takes you literally 1 minute in the morning, 1 minute at night, and that directly changed my life because it makes you practice gratitude. It makes you write out things that make you that you want to accomplish in the day, and then you write a little affirmation for yourself every day.
All right, cool.
So the 5-minute journal.
5-minute journal on
So you gave
Amazon.
him a book. You gave him a resource.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I would definitely say it's almost like take a step back and appreciate the moment and appreciate the steps that it takes to get somewhere. Like, it sounded like in the beginning you're amped up for what is going to happen at the end, but you're forgetting the steps.
Yeah.
So staying in the moment every day by meditating it every day, and also understanding that if you take advantage of the full 24 hours that you're given and not just work through them, but live through them, experience things, let them go. Let each day go, right?
Yeah.
Because once you get another day, you get another shot to take another step to do this shit again.
Yeah.
So,
Appreciating the moment.
Appreciating the moment, which
Yeah.
will come out of meditation, so it's very close to your first one.
Yeah.
But understanding, even if you don't meditate, this is something I do in order to control my Zen. Even if I'm in the mode of chaos, like a lot of times I feel like I'm in the eye of the storm. And what I have to do is take a step back and say, this is just a momentary thing and this is temporal.
Yeah.
So just passing on to you is very complimentary to the first thing that you said, which is meditate. I may not meditate in the morning, but find time, 15 minutes a day, to center yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay, so hopefully
That's really good.
Hopefully this is in the shot.
It's in one of these shots.
I hope it's in one of the shots.
Want me to read them out loud? I can read them out loud.
Go for it.
Up to 15 minutes. You don't have to start at 15. Start at 3
Work
minutes.
towards that.
Practice time for yourself. Acting classes, that's your own personal. 5-minute journal is my recommendation. It's sick. And appreciate the present moment.
Yeah. Can I put a sixth?
Yeah.
Real quick?
Yeah.
This is like a long-term something to work towards that I've been thinking about, and I can't believe I didn't say this at first because I wanted to associate it with my loneliness and what I've been struggling with. But shit, ready?
Yeah?
Getting to that level of performance in my own craft where I'm like a machine. Like, I'm really confident in my own craft. I really am. I've been acting for almost 13 years, but I'm starting to take classes again because I want to put myself at that level. And this might sound kind of douchey, but I want to put myself at that level where, like, no one can touch me. Or not in that sense. I don't want to be like, oh, I want to be better than this person. I want to be the next to this person. I want to be at a point where I'm viewed as A-list performance material. I'm not saying in this amount of time.
I'm about to say in a month.
I feel like, you know what? It's fine. I'm a ranty type of person. I just want to. I want to put myself in a position in my performance where I am not overthinking my own performance. So like performance
mastery.
of crap.
Ooh,
Fine
actually,
mastery.
okay.
That's good.
So
fine mastery.
Fine
That one
mastery.
sucks. You don't like it? What's the battery life at? I'm sorry to cut you guys off.
That's fine.
well,
What's the battery life at? Are we at like 60%? 55%. Okay.
Just Cameron's number.
I love you. That was really good. That was really fast. We're gonna go to you, and we're gonna fucking hit it. So
Fine.
that was awesome. Dope. Okay.
I hope I didn't talk too much.
No, that was-
We're good.
That was
That was the
spot
shit.
on.
I'm hyped. I'm feeling comfortable now. Okay, let's.
You're
I wasn't
jumping off the
uncomfortable.
wall right
I'm
now. I
fucking
like
here.
that.
Okay, let's go. Chris, who are you? The gross LA pitch. You can do it towards that camera or both. You can hit both. I can edit.
Clutch. You know there's like an eraser, right?
Yeah, you do the pitch. I'm gonna find it.
What's going on? I'm just fucking with him. That's my guy. My name is Chris. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Chris Moore, to be exact. From Atlanta, Georgia. And the LA pitch, the thing that I do is, first of all, I'm an artist. I've always said that. I've always prefaced myself with, if anybody asks what do, I say I'm an artist first. And because I'm an artist, I happen to play music, screenwrite, produce film, so on and so forth. But I have a very strong standpoint of just saying I'm a fucking artist. I don't try to be anything that I'm not. And every day since I've been 15 years old, I've been a fucking artist.
And you also dabble in cryptocurrency.
I do get currency. I do take chances.
We have a crypto podcast, so we had to plug that.
Chris Moore,
The No
Jackson
Shill
Britt,
Zone. Do
No
it.
Shill Zone. We'll be there.
I gotta check that out. You guys gotta send me some links.
Yeah, 100%.
I know nothing about
You're
crypto.
just cutting that one. I need to look that
Go
one.
for it.
Okay, so you did that one. What are the 3 qualities you want to be remembered as?
That's a great question.
Yes.
The 3 qualities that I want to be remembered as. I want to be remembered as a patient person. I want to be remembered as a generous person. And last but not least, I want to be known as a fucking savage. I want to be known as a person that got the job done.
Patient, generous, and savage.
Fucking savage.
Yeah.
One person. Because when you try, like, if you give me any opportunity, I'm going to make sure that I do it beyond your expectations, on purpose.
That's so good.
I love it. Great. Now that we know that you're a savage, what are you struggling with?
Yeah. All right. So I'm struggling with.
Let's get intimate. Let's get into the savage side of you.
I'm struggling with like feeling like I'm important on social media, because I don't give a fuck about social media, but I know that it's important in the things that I do. So it's an interesting tie-in to where it's like,
I can relate to that too.
you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
you feel like your social relevance is low, but you don't really give a fuck. But in the scheme of everything that you're doing, you have to care. So my struggle is caring about going to the next level with my social media. Because to me, 200 followers are 200 people I know on my phone, right?
But
15,000 followers, do I really know you motherfuckers? I mean, I might. You shoot me an email, we might talk. But for the most part, I'm fine with 200. But in the game that I'm playing, because of my field of choice,
you need the eyeballs.
I need the balls.
Yeah.
Pause. I need pause, major pause. But no, I need the balls to do whatever it takes to get it done. And social media is a great tool. And yeah, run it.
Okay, so here's a question. So you're struggling psychologically to get into social media,
Like
and
posting more
and feel
and all
okay
shit.
doing it.
I have an idea.
But it's so it's purely you not wanting to take the actions, because you're smart enough to research how to do a fucking Facebook ad,
and
how to
all
do
that
an
shit.
Instagram ad.
Right.
Whose judgment are you afraid to get? Because I think that's where that stems from. Is like everyone has that typical bar conversation where they're like, can we just hang out? Why are we always on social media? And there's like this cultural stigma. And I think we all hear it, and then we all kind of reinforce these ideas that it's a really, really bad thing.
Right. So
I think you need a kick in the ass to start.
to start posting and shit.
Yeah, check this out. Ready? I'm about to blow your mind. If you want to do it, you don't have to. But I know we just took a picture of this entire setup. Get on your phone right now, post a picture, do like 11 hashtags. You don't have to do it right now, but I'm talking like on this podcast,
Right.
so we're holding you accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Post it right there. But like, you don't have to say like, you don't have to be like, oh, just be like, hey, episode 1 of you Might Be Right podcast, hashtag podcast, hashtag producer, hashtag artist.
Do you have your phone?
Of course.
Give it to Matt. Matt, can you take a picture for him? A social media picture?
Well, we already have one, but if you want,
Yeah,
let's do a
as if we don't have like.
and then send that shit to me
I'll
too.
send it to you guys, man. Look, at the end of the day, to answer your question, I do feel the judgment of others, and because I'm an artist first, I'm sensitive about my shit, right?
course.
And do I care about your comments? No, but they're necessary, so I need to care.
You need the
And
feedback.
at the end of the day, I feel like the social media thing provides false security, and I never want to be solidified in
I
false
feel
security.
that. I feel that more than
So
you understand.
It becomes a thing that, okay, I know I need to be a part of this game. I know I need to run this thing for a very strategic purpose. But if I'm smart enough, then maybe I can do something else. Maybe I can create the next trend or whatever the fuck. And right now I need to utilize the tools. So the Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, appreciate it, man. Whatever it is, like, I'll eventually, man, all right, fuck it, so I'm doing it now. All right, let's go. I'll post it right now. I don't give a shit.
Do you want to go straight into the accountability?
Yeah.
Okay. So I already got one. So I got one post a day. You're gonna do one Instagram post every single day.
Damn, that's very detailed. Okay, I guess I will.
That's pretty.
But see,
easy.
that's not bad
easy.
though,
It's like-
because like a picture of like
I was-
just. I used to overthink social media a lot. I was
Yeah,
doing
I'm
like
kinda-
1-minute vlogs
Yeah.
on Instagram, which were fun, but like now I've just been like posting pictures of like a script I'm working on, posting pictures like I'm doing a vlog for YouTube like for this, you know what I mean? I did some B-reel or whatever, but like just posting your day to day. So like I don't know, I don't
What if I'm
overthink
asleep?
it.
Like, what if I'm just watching Netflix and smoking weed? Do I have to like take a picture of my?
What are you
blunt?
watching on Netflix?
That's a great question. What am I not watching? I just saw Amateur that stars.
Why do you love those?
Because they're real stories. They're
They're
stories
real
that
stories?
I feel.
Take a picture of the fucking screen that you're watching it, and then say exactly what you were gonna say in that. You know what I mean?
And post. I'm high right now, and I don't want to do this.
You can do that. Would actually be really good.
Hashtag contrary action. Hashtag grinding, as if you're sitting on the fucking couch grinding.
And grinding your weed.
Exactly. I'm grinding.
And grinding your weed. I like that.
Yeah, putting keef in the blunt. But yeah, all right, you got it. I'm down. One post a day.
Don't
That
overthink
works.
it. That's it. Don't overthink
One post a day.
Fuck
Let's do another accountability. You're writing some things. You have other
Got a lot. Yeah.
film
a
projects.
Short
What else?
film, a web series, and 2 features. But
How many pages do you want to get done a day?
how many pages can I get done a day?
A day.
If I have 4 hours to write, I'm getting 7 to 10 pages done.
You want to
So
do that?
the question is, can
70
I get
pages a
4
week?
hours? Whoa. I can definitely give you 20 pages a week.
20 pages a week.
Yeah.
Well, wait. How many things do you have going?
So I'm working on a web series
Mm-hmm.
called Travis that is eventually going to roll out into a bigger project. But Travis is a show that I'm working with another writer, Gino Brooks. Great, phenomenal writer. You can find him on YouTube, Gino Brooks. And then there's another guy I'm working with, Brad Miller, that we have another little web series called There's Never a Rainy Day in LA. So both of these web series are very short in the pocket as far as in
cool.
the format. And
Yeah.
I'm co-writing them with 2 other people. So that literally is a weekly thing. And then I have my own like projects that I'm trying to finish so I can get representation, right? As for a lit manager and shit. But yeah.
What do you want to do with these films? And these web series? Like, what is it? What you like? For the one that because you're writing one with a couple other people, right?
Right.
For that one, you said it's called Travis.
Travis.
For that one, what are you doing? Like with it, like do you want to go to like festivals? You want to release it online? It's a web series, so I'm assuming you
It'll
want to
be
release.
free online from YouTube first. We'll be shooting that hopefully in September, fingers crossed. And then it'll be a public release, come December, Christmas.
Dude,
Somewhere around
well,
there.
also I think maybe if you want, this is just my opinion.
You get one.
Third accountability thing: start doing research on Facebook marketing, on Facebook ads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Word.
that's gonna be really useful because you figure out how to do it. Like, and you're going down a rabbit hole when you look into that because it's so detailed. Like, I've been doing research. I do it for my producers and all that stuff.
Right.
And there's a lot, but I think you could benefit by like literally saying, for this hour, I'm just gonna learn a little bit of Facebook stuff.
Research Facebook ads and run your first Facebook ad
By the end of the month,
by
That's
the end
good.
of the month. You get
That's
to do,
good.
You have to run one ad.
running that.
Run
Clutch.
an ad, even if it's a $20 ad and it's a piece of shit and it's just a selfie of you sitting on the couch, stoned, hating the fact that you're doing it.
Fair. That's probably what it's going to look like.
Dude, don't even worry about it. You're showing who you are. Like,
Yeah, no,
dude,
20
you can't
pages a
trip.
week is a lot, dude.
Dude, when I say I write, I'm a fucking
So
machine.
you got my email address, send it to me.
All right.
I won't read it, but
What the
but
fuck?
like,
Well, okay,
but you'll
Does it
look
count?
I do
Fuck
that.
out of here.
I do that for a living. So if you actually want to send me some scripts, I promise I'll sign
read
whatever.
it.
I'll sign
Right.
an NDA if you want. I won't show
That
my
would look
writer
like a bad
bosses.
day.
Like you can
Right.
trust me.
Nah,
But
of
if you
course.
want
I'm just
anything
fucking
like,
with you, great.
like I believe I can provide value to you in that sense. And I'm not gonna
Absolutely.
blow smoke up your ass, and I'm not gonna fucking cut down everything you do. Well, we can have a conversation about it.
True.
Yeah,
Hell
whatever.
Word, that works. That works.
What else?
Fourth thing that I want to do, I'm actually, fuck, there's like so many things I want to do. I have too many ideas.
That's so much in my head.
All right, paralysis analysis. That's something that I heard from, what was the name of that motherfucker that we would,
Parallelization through analyzation.
so,
I don't know who
shit.
said
All right,
it, but I say it
so
a
there's
lot.
a phrase that I've learned through learning about entrepreneurship, that people analyze so much that they don't move, right?
Yep.
And my first cardinal sin is I'm an overthinker, right? I'm a writer, so sometimes I tend to overthink situations.
Of course.
But when you're in that moment of analyzing something, initiating the next step is just like crucial.
So
I need to put myself on like
So you're talking about dealing with fear specifically. I think another thing that might help you, this might be pseudoscience, but it's what Tony Robbins says. He says that when you're feeling grateful, you cannot feel anger or fear at the same time because it activates the same part of the brain. So maybe practicing gratitude might help with fear.
Word.
And
And overthinking.
it might
too.
work. And then
Word.
another thing is like, I don't know if you pray. Do you, something I do, or even like taking a pause and saying,
Yeah.
please universe, take away this fear and just acknowledge it. Because just having an awareness of like, oh, I'm feeling fear right now, and labeling it and just saying it out loud helps kind of
Definitely.
dissolve the power of it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And at the end of the day, to be completely honest, like this is what's happened with me too, and we're sharing experiences. Like, you just gotta tell yourself that it's gonna be okay. and I'm not talking about like, oh, like,
Yeah, not
your
like
heart.
campfire
No, I
shit,
mean, like,
yeah.
at the end of the day, you are gonna be successful. If you hold yourself accountable,
Right.
it's all you. Like, we can only do so much, and it's great what we're doing for each other, but we can only do so much. But at the end of the day, you have to make the decision to pull the trigger on your dreams and keep going. If you tell yourself that everything works out the way they're supposed to and the way they're meant to, then you're gonna be successful. Because if you're working to kind of have that, if you're working enough, it's gonna work out that way.
Another thing too is like saturate yourself with podcasts or reading material or something of very enthusiastic, borderline insane positive people, aka Gary Vee. So listen to Gary Vee. Like
Really?
Vaynerchuk, dude.
Listen to
Oh,
Vaynerchuk
man.
every day. And it's
That
like that.
works.
It's like that machine that never turns off. You just fucking in the morning you fill it with good shit so that your brain runs that way the rest of the day.
Right.
I added another one. Do one crypto podcast a week because I'm with you on that one. And you gotta do it.
No, she was
Okay, so this is to the universe. The universe is holding your ass accountable to 20 pages a week. You're not gonna deal with fear because you're a savage and you're generous. What was the
And also, if you are dealing with fear, you have us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
We're
shit.
really back in.
call us,
Real
dude.
shit.
Yeah, for real.
I'll shoot you a text.
Yeah.
I'll shoot you a text.
We won't read it, but
Clutch.
What's up?
I don't think this is recorded anymore.
Okay.
Is that
Accountability, dude. This is you.
Yeah, 20 pages a week is a lot. I may get to 5. But we'll get it. Let's go.
we'll start.
I got
start
it.
You got it?
gradual.
The universe has it, so I'm down.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's erase this.
So,
And you got the format. It's awful, but I'm sure you know.
It's
what-
not awful.
Is there a guy named Jackson?
Oh, I'm a guy named Jackson. Here, let's. Do you want to do the board?
Yeah, pass it around.
Here you go.
All right, here you go. You got more space over there.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
What am I doing?
So when we get down to the end of this format, we're gonna write down some shit that he's
Great.
gonna be held accountable for.
Until then, I have a nice Sunday.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the pitch.
All right, cool. Do it.
Tell me, and yeah, you know.
Okay, the gross LA pitch.
LA pitch, dude.
I avoid this like the plague. I'm Jackson Britt. I'm first and foremost, I'm a film director, and I've got various projects in different parts of production at the moment.
Right.
My film teacher told me to say that. It sounds better because you got multiple projects. I'm a crypto enthusiast. I am a soon-to-be entrepreneur, soon-to-be social media influencer, I suppose.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it right now. That's about all I'm doing.
All right. So what tactic are you using each day to get you through the day?
It's a good question. I do a bunch of stuff. So
Tactic or technique?
tactic or technique. This is something I learned at the Tony Robbins UPW. I have on my phone every day a reminder every 2 or 3 hours, and it says drink water and breathe. So
That sounds so simple.
it sounds stupid, but
couple
like
days
you get
ago.
dehydrated.
I'm fascinated by that.
So
though.
like you
Huh.
drink water, stay hydrated, and then the other thing is I breathe, and not just breathe like in the chest. I breathe and stick my stomach out. And they taught you to breathe by breathing in for 6 seconds with the stomach, hold it for 10 seconds, breathe out for 5. And I don't necessarily do that, but I do breathe out of my stomach, and my phone reminds me to do that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Intense.
That's
I need to
super-
pick
yeah.
that up.
And you know what? That's actually brings us. That's really good. Appreciating the small things: breath, water, the minimal stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
it's weird.
it's super fast. I'm like really fascinated by that.
That's clutch. All right, so what are you struggling with, or something that you need help on throughout this situation?
Okay, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I'm struggling with the most is there's a few things. I'm kind of all over the place. So like I want to do films, and I have 2 short films that are very, very close to being done with editing. But then I get really, really excited about having both a crypto podcast and this podcast. So I'm doing this, and then I'm also reaching out to a bunch of people. Like I'm filming a bodybuilder tomorrow in Bakersfield. So I'm doing that so I can get him on the podcast.
Right.
I finished my last real estate class, and I'm waiting for the class to go through, and I get the papers back so that I can take the test and become a real estate agent and do that as a backup job instead of Bubba Gump's.
Hey.
And I'm doing all of that, and like I feel like I don't schedule myself. I bought a scheduled book, but I'm literally not holding myself accountable, and like sometimes I find myself wasting an hour and a half, 2 hours in the day, and like kind of beat myself up over it because I'm dicking around on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Tinder. Tinder's a big
Tinder's
pitfall.
45 minutes. Like,
So like I think my thing is Tinder can be like a full day thing.
Yeah, fuck
bro.
yeah.
Yeah. But
It usually is a full day thing and a full night thing if you play your cards right. Or your
It
swipes
could
right,
be a
whatever
great
you want to call
fucking
it.
night, honestly.
Absolutely.
Tinder's the shit, dude.
But come on, let's talk about your Tinder experience. Like,
We're talking about Tinder right now?
let's all right, let's not. If you don't want to go into
Talk about Tinder, that's fine.
if you don't want to go into your personal,
you can steer
It's
the
a safe-
conversation.
It's a safe place. The universe is watching. Hey, Mom.
There's absolutely no judgment. Yeah.
all right, fair enough. We'll come back to that. So
Okay,
Or not.
no, hold on. So one thing that's all right. Go ahead. One more struggles.
Okay, so I think I need a combination of a kick in the ass. So like I'm okay with kind of an accountability that's a little bit tougher on me because I think I respond to that a little bit better. So I think like a tough love of fucking do it, get your act together, stop playing around.
Right.
And I think I don't know. I think maybe help with like why I'm doing it, like finding the why and the why I'm doing the real estate.
Purpose?
Yeah, the purpose. Because kind of where I'm at, like, is I think I just want to be the greatest version of myself, but what that is doesn't really matter to me. Like, I don't really like have this passion to specialize in any one thing. I just want to grow and become this greater version of myself because I know that that version of me will inspire people around me and that it will give them more value and make me feel better.
Okay.
So maybe I'm struggling on finding that specialization. Or maybe that's okay.
Well, I
Maybe
hear it
that's
clear,
okay.
loud and clear
Right.
now.
'Cause
I'm here. What I'm hearing is you're somebody who really gets excited at the thought of like personal development and like this is. You don't have to necessarily know just because I want to be like an actor and I have that one thing that I would fucking die for doesn't mean that you have to have that one thing. Your thing right now at your point in your life is like you want to develop fully. You want to be who you are. What's fascinating about all of that is you can document that entire thing just like what we're doing. You can find yourself in life, and with today's media, you can grow a following of people that are just like you, or people that are like me who I'm so obsessed with this one thing, maybe I need to escape and like watch this dude like find himself. Like your answer's right in front of your fucking face. As long as you're making income and you're surviving and you're out here, you're doing it right. Now all you gotta do is fucking do what you've been doing. If you feel like you need more structure, do more structure. You know, like, and however that works with you. I like to do reminders on my phone, and they pop up all at 7 a.m. so I see my whole day, all that stuff every single day. But if that's your biggest thing and you need to find yourself, then do that, document that journey, and then after that, and you feel calm and grounded after you've grounded yourself, maybe something like, oh shit, like I actually really want to be like, I want to write a book. I want to write a self-help book that I want to put on Amazon, and I want to make a podcast about that book. Like, you'll find answers through finding yourself. But if you're in a place where you don't feel stable in a sense, like you need to feel grounded, get yourself grounded. You're what, 25?
Yeah.
You have plenty of fucking time. Get yourself grounded and then go from there. But document the process of grounding yourself, because I don't feel fucking grounded. I would love to watch your entire fucking, if you had a YouTube of 180 million videos, I'd watch all of it. Fuck it, I don't know.
Isn't that kind of crazy though? Like 2018 or whenever the fuck this comes out, like we can actually document your shit and like people can grow to like you as you, like not a personality, not as something that you're trying to turn on, but the sincerity of a human's journey going from point A to point B. You're from Maui. How the fuck did you get to Los Angeles? Yeah. How will you get to New York? How will you get to London? That's all a part of this process, all a part of the journey. So when you're grounded and you're able to find, okay, if you're going to be a great editor, then master that shit. Because what I'm hearing is jack of trades, master of none. And a lot of times artists can be that.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing that I worry about, is because like I want to be the successful person, but the biggest like success advice that you hear is like specialize, like be a master of something, and then you'll provide value to everybody because you're the only fucking person that can do that. But the hard part is like I genuinely am pulled to be. My mom told me about this. It's like a Renaissance spirit, I guess. It's like I want to do everything. And like I don't care about a mastery of everything, but I'm fucking fascinated by the world and doing shit. And I'm all over the place, But like, my films are pretty good.
Yeah.
My films are pretty good. Like, they really are. I did good in crypto. I'm sure I'm going to do good in real estate. And I might not be the best at all of those things, but like, I find them fascinating.
Yeah.
I do my research, and like, I get excited about them, and I do a pretty good job. And that might be enough. Maybe I'm just fucking judging myself too much.
That's what I'm
Like, maybe
super
that's what I'm doing.
I'm
Maybe
super
I'm just judging myself for being me.
interested about this because you have all these things in, like, your films make you happy, crypto makes you happy, even when you lose money you're learning.
Yeah.
Doing the real estate, that's going to make you happy. Like, you're finding happiness in the things and how you're rounding yourself out. Dude, like, if you don't have a specific goal, like, you don't have to. Maybe your thing one day is you're gonna get up on stage and talk and mentor people through certain life experiences. So fuck this. Here's what I'm gonna do, and we might not be there yet. I'm gonna put number one in the accountability. No, fuck
Go
this,
for it.
because I'm serious.
I love it. Go
But
for
we
it.
can keep talking. But number one on the accountability, and look, this is just
You
Put
may
it down,
be
let's do
right.
it. It's a
You may be
suggestion. You,
it's a suggestion.
yeah.
Take. Actually, no, don't. I'm not even gonna say it.
right. No, finish it. Yeah. Go for it.
Take pressure off of
Self.
your.
So,
Self.
number one, jack off more.
I don't even know what camera's gonna catch this right now.
More masturbation. Take the pressure off yourself.
I'm gonna do a little
No, I'm
caption
joking.
like shout
More
out.
master.
Like,
This is gonna
Schedule
High
30-minute window. Was I overstepping? I just
no,
feel like
no,
I'm
no, no,
It's
super.
great. Take
that's
pressure
okay,
off
yeah.
myself.
Because when you're talking about these things, dude, when you're talking about like all that, it makes you happy, but you're stressing yourself out because you're like, what is my thing though?
Right.
Fuck, figuring yourself out is your
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where you are in life. You're not 78 years old. Like, you're still
Right.
learning. Like, you're
That's a good
still
point.
fucking learning.
That's the Gary Vee thing, right? Like he
Fuck,
talks
yeah.
about fuck everything up for 7 or 8 years.
I just dropped the marker. I knew that was gonna
I
happen.
have like,
There's like
I have
5 more.
12 here. Can
It's
you
all
catch?
good.
Toss it. I got you.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
So here's another thing. I want to do accountability. Let's do it. I want to have 2 new cuts on both of my short films in the next
Fuck yeah. In a
2
month.
weeks, because I know I'm gonna have another podcast next week. So like,
Oh, fair enough.
So like by episode 3, I want to have both of my short films have a new cut.
Both short
Films have a new cut.
have one new cut.
One new cut. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
like
might
a
not be a
director's
final
cut.
cut, but it's gonna be a new cut where I looked over
New
the entire thing. And I
cut.
touched it
Tell
up
us
to the
about your
best of my
films
ability.
though. So, I know Matt's in one of them.
Matt's in one of them. Matt, our producer Matt, who's
Fuck
laying
yeah.
on the ground.
Is this mic still
Chilling by the
He's,
AC,
yeah,
some
chilling
bitch.
by the AC. He'll be
That's
on an
great.
episode.
Is it still? Is the mic still getting me while I'm over here writing? Because this is the only way I can. Okay, cool. Say that for the behind the scenes.
Both short films. One of them's a cute little short film about a boy dreaming about the girl across the coffee shop, and it gets really, really esoteric and spiritual
Okay.
as he goes into the dating process with her. It's called
Okay.
A Latte Love.
A latte love.
A Latte
Ooh,
Love.
Pun.
And then the other one is about 2 children that are raised by their militaristic grandfather who have to walk through the forest because their grandfather is a dickhead and makes them walk back home to toughen them up.
Mm-hmm.
They discover a guy in a dilapidated shack with a red truck. Then they overhear the sheriff talking to the grandpa about a local murderer who ran off in a red truck. So they take it upon themselves to take down the local murderer. And that's that story. So
With
both
the
are
twist
cool.
at the end.
Both have potential. Eagle's Nest is darker than Latte Love,
Yes.
and I want to finish them because
And you already have the majority of a shot?
it's shot, it's filmed, they're both edited, and I've done maybe 6 cuts with them, and like they're almost there.
Bro, you're one
And-
afternoon away from
and
like really
I know.
feeling
I'm
good
like
about
I'm
this,
like
dude.
I'm
Just
like right there, and then
one afternoon.
I think
Get a
it's-
fucking coffee.
I think it's a it's
Get
a
a
combination
fucking
of fear, lack of accountability, and like learning to love and hate the movie 6 or 7 times because I've
That's
edited it
real
so
shit.
much.
I think.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
What are you afraid of? Is this
I'm-
too
I'm
much
a-
to talk? I
no,
really
no, no,
no.
we need to
let's do the
dive
fear
into
thing.
this.
I'm afraid of my first movie. I made it in school. They said that the script was bad. They said that it was too hard to make, and I
Wow.
got passionate, and I fucking put $3,000 and a lot of effort into making a really bad movie. And I got super passionate, and I did what the teacher said we couldn't do, and that felt good.
Got it.
But the movie sucked, and I felt the rejection, and I think I was like too codependent and like sensitive.
Huh.
And I think I've been crippled by that fear of having the next movies be bad, even though they're not, and I know they're
Guess
fucking
what?
not.
If you don't do it, you're not gonna know.
Yeah.
Not gonna know.
True.
And I get it. I like I've been in my head so hard about my own craft, and I've been acting for almost 13 years. I've been inside my fucking head. I was able to work through that by working. I was hitting up every fucking filmmaker I knew. Hey, is there something I could do? Hey, is there something I can do? Because if I didn't think I could do a certain technique, or I didn't feel like I could pull a certain emotion or act a certain way, I was pissed because I really felt that way. I was fucked up. But I worked and worked and worked, and I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna do this shit so much that it's gonna be impossible for me to suck at it. So you need to break through, kick in that fucking door, dude, and just get those cuts going, man. You're gonna re-fall in love. When was the last time you looked at him?
4 days ago?
4 days ago? I don't even know. What's 24 hours times? Fuck it, math. That's 4 days too long.
Right.
You know, maybe you needed time to decompress. And
No,
this is just my suggestion. But dude, get it out of your way and out of your head, and start working on the next thing. And if the cuts come out shitty, okay, fine. Do the next one, or do whatever else. But like, just work yourself up to it.
You gotta work through it. Because once you jump over the first hurdle, then the second one, it's almost like you gain strength. I mean, getting in the gym is very similar to the editing. Because you're trying the same muscle over and over at repetition. But if you stop, it's gonna be hard to get back in the gym, right? So you're taking 4 days off, which is like a small amount of time, but if you're trying to get something done, just get the fuck done.
I think I rationalize not finishing them too because I'm doing the podcast and the real estate.
It becomes distractions.
And I think they kind of get in the way. Like, I want to do them, but I also need to finish.
Finish them, dude.
I need to finish what I started.
Fuck yeah.
Next thing, I want to do one of these podcasts and one crypto podcast every week.
Wait, we ain't talking about every week. I'm just fucking with you.
If not,
I didn't sign up for that.
that's okay.
I didn't sign up for that
I
shit.
can do singles too with the webcam.
Nah, dude.
Because I want to do singles as well, clicking through the tabs, and I want to do that with you too. I think it'd be dope if you had something you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, dude, we can
You
FaceTime
do
each
a
other
single
and shit.
on the webcam, and you just click through tabs, and you do
course.
your opinion on certain coins and stuff.
Yeah, man, crypto, you motherfuckers better check it out.
I also want to limit.
This shit's gonna be great.
I want to limit myself.
Self-regulate.
1 hour of video games and 1 Tinder date a week. That's it.
A week is still kind of a lot. A week is a bit.
1 Tinder
excessive.
date a month. 1 hour of video games a week, because I'm probably still gonna do it.
Fair. That's a natural release.
This
Like,
one is gonna be really small because I realized how much space I actually took up.
That's fine. That's
All
just
right.
like a self-limiting
One-
thing.
what is- so-
One
sorry.
Tinder date a month. That's it. And then 1 hour of video games a week.
a week.
Because that's kind of my.
That's like 15 minutes a day. I don't know. I can't even pull out 15 minutes a day.
Video games?
Yeah,
Dude,
because
I
you get
have-
warped
do you
into
see that
the
PC?
shit.
It's the shit.
Man, that's a great PC.
It's a dual monitor PC, dude. That's like that's.
Didn't you build
that's
that motherfucker?
4K, yeah,
Didn't
it's-
you like about?
And 1 hour video games per week.
Yeah, I want to limit myself to that.
Cool.
Wait, what game are you playing
And then
right now?
maybe one more suggestion from you guys. I'm open to whatever, because like I like finishing the films. That's the big one. That's the one that eats at me. Take pressure off myself. Don't judge myself, but keep my feet moving.
What's one app that you're not using as much as you should?
one app?
It could be Audible. It could be Headspace.
I don't know. I listen to podcasts all the time. I listen to Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Tim Ferriss. I saturate myself with that stuff, and I do the morning routine.
Got it.
So like the self-help shit, I don't really need help with. I kind of do that.
But are you missing something because you're so concentrated with self-help? What is something
That's a
else
good
that you would
question.
normally do?
Probably.
That's a good question.
Probably.
That's a good point, man.
I think maybe limit myself to like only 30 minutes of self-help, or do
Ooh.
that passively instead of like taking time to do the
'cause
self-help.
You do 4 hours of self-help.
Maybe I do
That's a
that
lot.
instead of like obsessing over the self-help. So
Practice passive self-help.
passive self-help instead of like actively taking time out to do it.
Because I think you've reached that point to where
I think I'm
you're
like
aware.
addicted to the self-help, and I
But
just
now you
keep
gotta
going
move.
over the same. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you
Yeah.
read the same, like it's like reading the Bible 5 times in one day. Like, we get it. I need you to go be that. Go be that.
Okay. I like that.
Go be it.
Let me get the whiteboard and I'll hold it in front of the camera if it's still recording.
Should be.
That one's done. What about that one? Is that one going? That one's recording? Okay. I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna have like maybe 5 minutes of like
Exactly.
master shot.
Exactly.
Oh, right on the mic.
right on
10
the
Okay.
points.
So this is my accountability.
So take pressure off yourself.
Okay.
Number 1. Number 2, both short form films have 1 new cut each.
Yes.
Number 3, you may be right, or 1 podcast a week. You May Be Right or
No,
Crypto.
Yep.
And
Right.
1 crypto podcast per week.
So it's
right?
both.
That's,
Two
that's what you
podcasts a
wanted,
week.
right?
Yeah,
You want
yeah,
to
I
do
wrote
2
that right.
podcasts a week? Okay, I
Because
misunderstood that.
that's not too hard. That's like 1 or 2 days of shooting.
Shit. All right, there we go. 2 podcasts a week, and then 1 Tinder date per month, and 1 hour of video games per week. And then number 5, last but not least, practice passive.
Self-help, not making it the priority.
Don't make it the
That's
priority.
cool.
Passive
I like that
self-help.
the bottom 2 are just me limiting myself because I think I know what I need to do.
Exactly.
I think I just need to take out the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great, man.
Cool. I mean, we got through it, dude.
You guys, we killed that.
We killed it.
You,
dude.
like,
That's
I don't know what we got through it. Fuck all that. I don't need that. We
That was
like really
that was
did
fun,
it.
dude. How'd you feel?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I felt great.
I'm happy too.
I
That's,
felt
that's
great.
tight.
I'm happy.
I just tend to ramble too much, so if you guys can always reel me in if I'm going too much.
Nah, bro, you good.
I'm gonna do before the video plugs and after the video plugs. But if you guys want to stare at a camera and do a plug for anything that you're doing,
Clutch.
do it now, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right. Shit. Well, stay
Is that one
tuned
still
to You May Be Right. Be on the lookout for No Shield Zone. Tentatively, that's what we're calling it for the most part.
Crypto podcast.
Crypto podcast, whatever the fuck. You'll be seeing these faces a lot more often. Be on the lookout for Chris Moore. I mean, shit, I have a lot of things tied to my name, so ITA Studios.
Follow his Instagram
Follow
because he's gonna be
Instagram.
posting every day. Once a
ITA
day.
Studios.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Oh yeah, is that camera on?
That's on you, dude.
Is it
Let me check, let
on?
me
Like,
check.
is it on?
It has to be rolling.
Yes.
It's
good.
early?
Yeah, you're good.
Right. Should I plug my name again?
Plug your name.
Alright.
Plug your Insta. Plug your.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna Michael E. Lavoie, actor / producer in training. Follow me on Instagram at Mike in Media, MikeIN. MEDIA. I promise I know how to spell. And then I don't know. Be looking out for things on Instagram. I'm gonna start my YouTube page with a vlog, with vlogs and stuff like that. That's gonna be Mike in Media TV. So but follow me on Instagram at Mike in Media, and you'll see what I'm doing. There's a lot, and we'll see if I'm maintaining my sanity.
You should. You got a good head on your shoulders, bro.
Thanks.
Also, I want to shamelessly plug Jim Beam for getting me drunk last night.
Yeah, yeah.
Jim Beam Black, go buy it. It's a great fucking drink.
I also want to say another thing.
Okay.
Audience, I know this is funny, but like,
Go for it.
whatever your upbringing is, whether it's your parents or like you had a terrible upbringing or a really great upbringing, just be thankful for it no matter what. Yeah, I kind of just felt like a pull
All right,
to
wait,
say
can
that.
I
Please
dissect that
do.
statement? Because
Please.
if you grew up shitty, I don't know if I'm thankful.
Well, no,
for
but
how
you're
you grew up.
here.
dude,
but
you
you're
know-
here. But you're here, and you learn
So I could
from
have been
that.
aborted. Is what you're saying?
It's-
I could have.
well-
Best case scenario, I could
On
have
a,
been.
on a final note,
Now we're
all of our opinions, including that one, are just suggestions. It's take what you want, leave the rest, and we'll see you guys again. What's up, guys? Follow me on Instagram at JacksonMBritt. And follow the No Shill Zone. That's a cryptocurrency podcast that I do with my boy Chris Moore over here. We're trying to provide as much value as we can to you guys in as many ways as possible, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.